feel like my brain is full of glue. I don't have any Slovakian material, so I will read from three translations that I've been working on. First is through Clarice Lispector's Agua Viva, which is in this brilliant collection called The Paper Nautilus, which is published in Cambridge. It's a collection of fantastic writing by women from across the world and translated by men and women. Anyway, yeah, I'll read a few little bits from this and then something by Ollie Evans. So the book is called Agua Viva, which means living water, but in Brazilian Portuguese it also means jellyfish. And so this free translation I've been calling The Coming Jellyfish. Is this music the trembling of the instant? My music's tremor into life. I provoked your being when I parted with delight, divided inside me, 1,000 eyelashes tantalized by the other 1,000 on the other side. The instant lacks decorum, fragmented and precarious as it is in the moment. So I compromise my life for come, and from my come time is born, and in my come grows the crescendo, so slow now the tempo in the space between my parted member. Fixed in the instance, substitute trace of an appropriated death and altered birth, I am fixed in the metamorphic instant and dribble the terrible beauty of your commodity sequence. This is from a sequence of poems by Henri Michaud called The Portrait du Médocène, which are these little sort of evanescent creatures that have bits of their body falling off and sort of fly around. What I've been working on is a sort of translation of that which I've called Portraits of the Middle Income. Misled giants can be hired for real encounters. A dancing giant can be hired for a score, an ox, an epithet, a brother or a sister, or a flesh lamp. It all depends on the whim of the middle income, their jokes, their choices. They found a lonely tongue dancing in its mouth. It had an appetite for words. It danced like an eel through a shower head, like peace, the peace that dances terror. It all depends on the middle incomes, their chores, their choices. Dancing in the cathedral of the mouth, despair sits within the middle income. Weeping at the font, they clack out their palindromes, their flags of blood. They choke on water. Their face is a portal made of chains and voices. Temps! Oh, lazy temps! Torch the temps who quit before their time, who quit before we have eaten up all their time. There is a room for rent beneath a chair. Another infinite passage in the land of the middle income. Naked and voting in an invisible noose, there hangs the middle income, a torturous erection. If only they would listen, but they will always be an indivisible noose. Fundamentalism, excrement, nudity. He knows his legs will cease to be legs in the summer. His balance will terminate. Reward points will serrate his heart and throat like the mountain to the clouds and sky. What strange entanglement of words, a working group for liberation, a safe space for immiseration. It is also said that tables, or so I've heard, will be liberated from their fibres. Decoupled from affection, disinfection, decoupled from the erotic ban and suffering, caramel loves the other foot, stalagmites slowly forming. It is with coupling that we go to market, with bells equipped to apprehend spongy members, veins around the tit, purchase 1,000,000 pretty couples ripe for transformation, dancing feet in their extravagant bloody mucus, in the crevice of their arteries. You'll never sing of blood of this ilk again. Settle for their blood and their souvenirs, a lame parchment, a fragile central chamber. They taunt, dance, they toot, settle for the red water in their veins, the memory of cruelty without design, but never reason with their buoyant, petty sex toys. They are perfectly fluent, infirm, a multitude of city creatives. A middle income ignites. Its million veins unfold in the moonlight. They tomb and retomb the newest members of their penumbra. They have a novel tang, and it has always been difficult to market them. Renounce petty middle income. Renounce all of you who are painted with fat, full of subsistence and endless rebuke. I'll just do one more, which is a poem, well, based on a poem by René Char about the future. Gentle, dear future. It takes faith to melt the eyes of dogma and let its joy drip and wake you blushing on your futon made of stone. Between you and me, the haze of savage communism has been a long time coming, but I do not doubt that the state will lose its head from something much more real and cruel. A reticulation of sin and flour, the noose will return upon the second hour, our third offence will open onto truth. I might never feel your hand through mine again, your branch or your sproutling. My sickness is full of love, yours is a maze of objects. The wind is filled with the echo of plain force. Which failed state are you? CF BuzzFeed. A nightingale will reveal me and show you to my carrion. Death in a dance of life is unavoidable, non-refundable, but the marriage of death with death is an inconceivable nothing. A hungry stomach must drag itself up the ramparts to avoid another sanction. We blast through the last wall, circle their camp with snow nomads, and then I hear your voice. Oh, Mum and Dad, I've broken all your chandeliers. This figure of terror is nothing but a second-rate continuous present, on point, mounting. Thanks.